That's the only one that's national China thing. She'll get the tree very soon. It takes a little while for it to trigger. Or it might take her to save reload, I don't know. Alright, got 1944 destroyer tech. And with it, should be able to very soon start new line destroyers. Days till I get spine tops, but I can actually start in a story before then, and is there gonna be? Yeah, it gets updated on the fly. It's just a new MO trait. Not gonna get more steel no matter how much I want it. So I'll buy it from the US or buy it at low efficiency from some of these guys. Tajikistan, etc. Surface visibility 9.5, 9.5, 400, 500 manpower. HP 60, 50. Oh, that range, shoot, probably. I don't want to waste AVXP on a design that I won't be able to mass produce when I capture more dockyards. Actually gonna recommission 1940 destroyer hulls. No. Produce a 40 destroyer with 44 engines. It's less steel than a 44 destroyer. Oop. Let's see. That did cost me. Alright. Can't spend this much on anti-air. And 40. I mean, these are fleet destroyers, so they're not going to be targeted nearly as much as the capital ships. If they have no anti-air, they'll still get. Alright, I'll just do anti-air level 1. So I have heavy machine guns, provides a small amount of coastal defense against airplanes. Another light battery, so use so much torpedoes. This is already overkill for some of the older stores, but it can hit cruisers well enough. You know what? It's too much overkill. This would be enough for 36 destroyers without kill. Eventually, I'll leave that slot blank because eventually I'll create variants that might have anti-sub capabilities. Mine layers. Those would lose the torpedo tubes, at least some of them, and definitely the rapid fire. Probably lose both of these. So an anti-sub warfare variant would look like, or sorry, mine layer, let's say. Boom. Pretty expensive for mine layer. Should we do that? Triple mine layer. Anyways, boom. 2 light attack, 66 torpedo attack, 1368 cost. Give it sonar. If there's any subs in a fleet, but no, these are for combat. These are. Call this fleet destroyer because that's the fleet destroyer. It's not gonna be any real retrofitting in this. It's possible to get better light guns. You know what? I shouldn't say that. That 0.5 light attack for 30 cost. Oh, no, that's garbage. More cost effectiveness, but has no piercing. It makes the max speed go down by more. Two of these have more light attack with the same max speed. It's 180. So you get this 50. Oh, the cost reduction. Yeah, that's worth it. Probably. Tech. You know what? I'm gonna have to cut this video in two. Keep doing that. This is very soon row size 9. Spine tops. Torpedo attack, which is another reason to deny more torpedoes to screen ships because they'll get large torpedo banks later. Retrofit some designs eventually. Cool. There's anything that's 80 something, I might be able to grow this 1,035. And it grows a bit more, 1,000 to go. No, actually, I'll grow up just before it. Air or naval? That's the question. This will be done in 35 days. Maybe none. Yeah. Need to keep growing the naval on my own. More stuff due here. I 'cause 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 Magnetic mines. 1,300 funds for that. This is only 650. 66 days versus 49. It's actually slightly slower. Yeah, I should go up the medium battery line because eventually I want advanced dual-purpose medium batteries. Actually cost less steel than this. And have 7.5 light attack. What is this? And my cruisers can target more by aircraft than my destroyers, and eventually I'll have some heavy cruisers, which you probably can't put this on heavy cruisers. Still, it's a more effective light gun. Costs 450. This is like 35. Of course, this does come with secondaries. Cruisers are stuck with a secondary slot. Yeah, secondaries are more important. Go torpedoes mostly anyway. Right. So I'll go up this line to get more advanced cruisers eventually. It's with them like level 4 DP secondaries or level 3. Use this to improve small airframes, and then maybe I take a second to do photo reconnaissance because I can do this with double speed. I think that would still delay the advanced small airframe. Yeah. Always use the boost to get medium airframes up the sides. What limited strategic bombing I do would be with advanced medium airframes. People like to do factories and I think, oh, bombers bad at that, so they're bad at strategic bombing. That's not what you bomb with your strategic bombers. You bomb railways. Do logistic strike with small airframes, and you set tactical bombers to bomb the actual railways themselves and supply hubs, because even one level of damage will knock a supply hub out of operation. The intent is to attack the enemy's supply network. You can really, really cripple them by doing that. Also, if they have synthetic refineries, not well defended, you can target those and they can be worth a lot more one factor if the enemy is already running rubber shortage. Because eventually, 8 rubber is worth a lot more in one factory when you're deep in a rubber shortfall. But that's why for really big nations like, the Third Reich, you're trying to knock out their ability to produce aircraft. But attacking logistics, that's the way to go. Of course, that's useless against tiny nations that have a capital hub nearby. be most useful at like Sweden. If I showed up with advanced medium bombers and targeted their logistics in southern Sweden. So they can't get supplies from Stockholm to wherever, especially if I do naval raiding to block access by sea. Then I roll up with tanks through here. That's a plan. It's not probably a great one, but it's a plan. So this is going to grow in not 2 days, but 12. If I delay a destroyer, I could actually grab spotting tops on it. Well, February 18th. It's 14 days, so I'm sure enough time. Minimize overflow if I forget about it. Cool. So working towards decent cruisers. I won't bother producing any until I can produce really good ones. Let's do destroyers for now. Yeah, I should start queuing up the fleet destroyers. These will mass produce for a very long time. Maybe at some point I'll consolidate this to one better secondary and remove one of these slots. Let's swap it to none of that really. So I probably won't even touch this. This is probably a design I just keep doing indefinitely. Which means I can set it to infinite. Well, no, because it still gets upgraded with MIO upgrade, so. Automatically, in fact, even if it's already in works. Destroyer start getting numbered. That's fine, I guess. HMS Destroyer 3, 4. What naming leads that? Oh, none. Cloak and Dagger. Torpedo tube mine deployment. I'll just do medium batteries. It's less important than small. I can still help my cruiser designs. Grow that mail faster. Plus the shells technology get all in the way. It does help the cruisers do more damage. I think it's even their secondaries. It's all light attack. Yep. Quality over quantity. If I had this deal, chromium for that matter, I'd be producing 44 destroyers, but I won't have this deal. So this point, this is efficient enough to, I think, do before those. Give it greater access to steel. But for these, because big one wasting the Soviets for a while yet. They don't use rocket artillery. So, Taiwan Navy, only 22,000 people in it. Oh yeah, let's get some more people training the army. Approaching a 500,000 man army. Extensive conscription, ideological loyalty. With Copenhagen Division, so about to go down there. Calls the first Jutland. Calls main defense train group. Observes. We need to pile up some divisions on the border with Schleswig-Holstein. Not allowed to invade them, then there's no prayer. Why is this one 18% whereas most of the ones are more that were converted from Donsky brigades? So 5 divisions in Jutland. First, second, third. Oops, this would be the 4th. Probably need to do some covering the flank. So they would make a push on Kiel. I would also do a naval invasion to take Schleswig-Holstein. Hamburg, I need to invade from the sea. Should be able to go around. That's not going to work. What am I saying? Well, it might. And this is the last fight, and it might take a while. It's the one I most likely have to accelerate to wipe them before they... Yep. Naval invasions here. It's unlikely it'll work taking Hamburg in time. It might be throwing away manpower, but I could use it Of course, I would hold divisions. They might pull reserves out of here. These are falling. Put my entire fleet here and help with these two invasions. Short bombardment. Anyways. 5 divisions doing that. First Copenhagen, first Odense division. Second, third Copenhagen, Roskilde. Now we need more Odense. Alright, first Copenhagen. The Odense ones could be pulled into this push as well. Hopefully the US wouldn't join such a war. If they did, it probably... Or have even taken these guys down, I'd be screwed, honestly. Nine naval base here. Can we have 1 division Roskilde? It's more vulnerable. But yeah, if the US did attack, I'd have 1 good division here, 1 good division here, which is more vulnerable because it's not urban. And these guys doing training all over the place, providing a little bit of extra defense. And that's if the US unexpectedly joined the war. And I'd try and recover, but I'd probably be in up Schitt's Creek, honestly. Probably wouldn't be any recovering from it. Some of these divisions could be pulled to help with this. Third Odense, they don't have any extra XP, really? Shoot. Should turn to something else. Do train division. Could do cav. Oops. Didn't mean to give these guys new equipment. 2 versions. Training rear guards. Rear guards. The rear guards can get the rifles, but we at the lowest priority. I should just convert these down to a training regiment. I know. I need cav reserves. But I do want to free up manpower. Boom. What? Should be giving this guy. Should they go there? No. Actually, they should probably go here. They could act as reserves for the attack. Possibly helping go into a fight quickly. Things going badly. Defend against the Americans, so only cut him off the supply network for a little while. And if they fall back, they move quicker. Cool. See if there's any other infantry officer I want. Georgia training divisions. Not likely. Except Derek with, if I wanted to. Get better chief of the army eventually. Nah, this gives more potential. Worry about such long-term things if I win the initial stages of any war. Well, Ruth has capitulated. Hoping Americans would join, and that'd be good. Ran out of all the rifles. Shoot. Alright, it's past time these guys get the older ones then. Now for Ibsen. Maybe not. These reserve ones when I upgrade other things into. So we switch these to just normal. Eventually they'll get newer rifles. The older ones can go into divisions they're exercising. And it's bad enough I can give the Cav newer weapons too. Ah, can recruit new spies. Basque Country, Piedmont. Where is Occitania? Soviet Spain. Basque. Must be still on cooldown or something. Sweden then. Search finished. 1940 cruiser. Spine tops. Yeah. I've got a Mark III of the Peter Reben class. I don't think I've ever produced any of the Mark III. Yep, one of the Mark II. 640 of these? I think not. I never produced 640 of those. Nice. Decommission the 40 cruisers because I'm likely it's going to produce 44. Cruiser. Weibo here is actually just doing ammo stuff. Oh. Wait, the HP difference is marginal. So I will build 1940 cruisers with 44 engines, similar to the Destroyers. And if I do subs, it'll probably be 36 subs, interestingly. Or no, it would be 40 subs. Not doing coastal defense ships, not doing 36 subs ever. That built would be based off these. Railway subs are cheap in steel, but if I'm upgrading better subs, which I probably would, it'd be 1940 subs. These 44 subs require more steel. And some chromium, which is presumably for stainless steel. Uses chromium, there's enough of it in 1940 sub that can't ignore it. Since he doesn't have fractions of a resource otherwise, like 1940 subs might require like 0.5 chromium or something. Alright, anyways, Emphasis automatically upgrade to the latest dolphin class. Spotting tops.